Okay, that first text view was an easy one. It was already on the screen. Now, let's see how we can add another text view to our layout. Let's go back to the design view. On the left side of the design view, we find the palette. This has all sorts of Android controls that we can drag and drop into our layout. The second section, Widgets, has commonly used elements like text views, buttons, and checkboxes. Everything here in the palette is a type of Android view. Now, a view, in the Android sense of the word, is a rectangular area on the screen that we can see and interact with. These items in the palette are all specialized types of views, kind of like how a motorcycle is a specialized type of vehicle. Find the plain text view here at the top of the Widgets section. Then click and drag it onto the screen. Moving the text view around, we see green arrows, dotted lines, and borders that change depending on where we move it. This is because the text view will be placed relative to these different areas of the screen. We want ours to be centered vertically, but on the left-hand side. Let's move it until we see a horizontal dotted line through the middle, which means we're centered vertically, and a green line on the left, which means we're aligned to the left edge. Let go of the mouse button to drop it in, and there we go. Now let's change the text again, just like we did before. Make sure the text view is selected, and then scroll through the properties until you find the text property. Let's delete this text and add a default fact to start with. Let's say, ants stretch when they wake up in the morning, and hit enter. Our text seems to be a little small for the screen, but we can fix that by changing the text size property. Scroll down just a little bit, and for text size, type 24 SP and hit enter. Perfect! Now we can actually read our fun fact. The SP at the end stands for Scale Independent Pixels, which is a relative unit that helps your text look the same on devices with different screen sizes and different pixel densities, like regular versus HD screens. One of the nice things about SP values, and why we use them for text, is that they also take into consideration a user's preferences for font sizes. A user who has a system-wide preference for a larger font will have that preference reflected in our app. Now, since we added a text size here in the design view, do you think it added anything in the XML view? Sure enough, we've got our new text view. And down here at the bottom, we have a row called Android:text size, and it's set to the value we entered. We can also see that the text property of this text view is set to the fun fact we entered as well. Let's get back to the design view. And now that we know how to change the text size, pause me for a moment and change the text size of the Did You Know text view to 24 SP as well. Okay, did you pause and do it? Last chance. Alright, my turn. I'll select the text view, scroll down to the text size property, type 24 SP, and hit enter. Okay, see if you can figure out how to drag a button onto the screen and center it horizontally along the bottom. I'll show you how I do it in the next video.